Good afternoon, everyone. It is July 30th, Friday afternoon, and I'm going to give a summary of the previous podcast. Hopefully this won't take longer. It will be somewhere between 5 and 15 minutes. Flash flood watch is the most remarkable thing on the weather map, in my opinion, for Death Valley, California, and they will be seeing a 20 to 30% chance for showers and thunderstorms, but it also will be mostly sunny and hot, generally speaking, although there will be clouds as well, actually. Plenty of clouds around. Things are going to heat up for next week. Las Vegas, Nevada is included in this flash flood watch. Exceptional drought continues for the desert Southwest despite all the flooding, and it takes a lot more than that to bring a drought to an end. The other remarkable thing taking place here is the return of a Pacific Northwest heat wave. The duration will not be as long as it was a month ago, and temperatures won't be quite as hot, probably about 10 degrees cooler. But records might be broken nonetheless. Spokane, Washington, probably a high between 105 and 110 degrees. Same for Sunnyside, Washington. As of earlier today, we had the hottest parts on the weather map were the south central states, the Pacific Northwest. These places were having the highest temperatures along with the desert Southwest. Pacific Northwest was a little bit warmer, and that's remarkable considering that at the time this map was produced, it was only 11 a.m. over there. So that's what makes that so amazing. The air was quite dry as well, so the sun is more efficient at heating things up. Super humid for the south central states. In fact, the air which is over the south central states today was actually over in Illinois yesterday. In Illinois, dew points went up to 83 degrees yesterday, 81 degrees in Springfield, 81 degrees in Hannibal. Dew points in the low 80s for eastern Missouri, also an area in Nebraska. No 80-degree dew points were reported in Iowa and places like that where they normally would occur if there would be 80-degree dew points. So it is remarkable that it happened in Illinois, and as widespread as they are, no 80-degree dew points for the south central states. Highest heat index yesterday occurred in Cape Girardeau, Missouri of 116 degrees, but almost all of these states under the excessive heat warning reported at least one city of a heat index of 111 degrees. Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Illinois, possibly Nebraska. I don't know about that. And Texas probably as well. Dallas, Texas, 108 degree heat index. In St. Louis, Missouri, temperature was 94 degrees with a dew point of 77, producing a heat index of 108 degrees yesterday at 5 o'clock. Cape Girardeau, Missouri, as we mentioned, the temperature was 94 degrees, dew point 81 degrees, heat index was 116 degrees. We have the cold front that came through for the Chicago area, South Bend area, Baltimore area. Temperatures much cooler today with highs in the 70s, but in Baltimore, the effect it's had so far is that highs remain in the low 90s, but dew points have dropped big time. Dew points dropping into the 50s for there. Dew points are in the 50s to low 60s in the Chicago area for the next couple of days. The winds are blowing in lots of smoke, especially from Minnesota and Iowa, and in fact, some computer models indicate that the smoke may come down to the surface, and therefore air quality alerts have been issued. Sensitive individuals will have breathing difficulties if they do not take appropriate precaution in those states. Chicago has a chance of seeing this as well, maybe even more so on Sunday. Tomorrow night, we get a reinforcing cold front, but ahead of that reinforcing cold front, as always, we get south winds. So south winds bring warmer temperatures in. It also blows the smoke out of here since the smoke is coming from Canada. The smoke gets out of here, so the air actually gets cleaner. Temperatures go back up into the 80s tomorrow. Very quiet weather for the next several days, not much precipitation at all, but we can't rule out a possible thunderstorm as that front moves through tomorrow night. Temperatures cool again, 70s again on Sunday and Monday. If there's more smoke in the area, then temperatures cooler, less smoke, temperatures warmer, meaning mid-70s or upper 70s. Tuesday, the 80-degree swimming weather returns and temperatures go up. The heat returns for the latter part of next week, continues until at least August 12th. High temperatures approaching 90 degrees, says Tom Skilling, 89 degrees by the end of next week. Other forecasts do not agree with that, but Tom Skilling has been living here forever. So 89 degrees by the end of next week. Baltimore, Maryland, we're going to see the a trough in the jet stream, dip in the jet stream brings cooler air to the East Coast. In fact, record lows are possible in the New England area for tonight as the skies clear. The areas which have clear skies, temperatures will be dropping into the 40s, possibly producing record lows, as opposed to Colorado, which is producing record heat. Previous record 98 degrees in Denver, Colorado. This occurred earlier this week. The record currently is 100 degrees. That 98 degrees, by the way, occurred in the year 1867. I didn't even know records go back that far. So we broke a record from 1867 for Denver, Colorado, with a 100 degree reading. We're going to see the temperatures boil in the desert Southwest next week as the monsoon moistures get cut off. No more rain, no more precipitation. Drought returns. Drought has never went away. Drought just enhances for next week. The high pressure system, monsoon moisture comes with high pressure. It comes with high pressure, not low pressure. Low pressure is associated with the rain. High pressure is associated with sunny skies. But monsoon takes place when you have a high pressure system, and some of it is over in the Gulf of Mexico. It pumps high humidity into the desert Southwest. Realize high humidity for them is dew points in the 50s. Even 60 degrees is being reported in Las Vegas. Dew point was 65 degrees yesterday in Las Vegas, Nevada. And we're going to see heavy rainfall rates, actually. Las Vegas, Nevada says very heavy rainfall rates. They say 1 to 2 inches an hour is possible during thunderstorm activity. If we take Tom Skilling's definition of rain percentages, we'll come out that Death Valley, California will have 20% coverage within a 25-mile radius. The mountain areas will have closer to 60% coverage within a 25-mile radius. Phoenix and Yuma are not in the flash flood watch. And again, next week, this high pressure system moves far enough to the west that there will be no Gulf moisture coming into the desert Southwest. Temperatures go back up to about 120 degrees for Death Valley, California. Temperatures are usually 10 degrees cooler in Phoenix, 119 and 118 to be exact for Death Valley. High temperatures will probably be between 105 and 110 degrees for Phoenix, Arizona. Today, temperatures in the Pacific Northwest, by the way, are even in the 90s for Seattle, Washington for today. Next week, as that Canadian high pressure continues to move south, the Bermuda high pressure is going to actually strengthen, and the two are going to basically collide south of Baltimore, and that's going to be a front, and that front is an intense situation for heavy rain. It's just going to be stationary off probably the Carolinas and continuous low pressure systems, thunderstorms and more thunderstorms right along that boundary, because brutal humidity is being put into colliding with a dry air mass, cooler air, and that's just going to create a lot of thunderstorms in that part of the area. But the good news is that for the Midwest and the Northeast, the severe weather outbreaks are over with. These severe weather outbreaks have been taking place since the beginning of July, where the East Coast and the Northeast have been taking turns on which area is going to be receiving this severe weather. Chicago has managed to pretty much stay out of it, but states like Minnesota, Iowa, you would have that one day, followed by the mid-Atlantic area and places to the north the next day, and that's going to be finished with as this Canadian air comes in. Above normal temperatures start up somewhere between August 4th and August 6th and continue to at least August 12th. Hurricane season tends to die down between July 15th and August 15th, but it's going to start up again big time, says AccuWeather, after August 15th, especially for the last week of August. Apparently, there's already a major storm forecast to happen on Labor Day weekend. Major hurricane. I don't know how they know this far in advance, but they are expecting a major hurricane around Labor Day weekend for some area here around in the country. I don't know exactly how they know this, but in any case, that brings our podcast to an end, and I wish everybody a great weekend. Enjoy your Shabbos, and thank you for listening.